Hello. I figured that I did Dr. No. Why not from Russell with Love. One year after, 1963, from Russell with Love. As Dr. No was a big hit and made big success, Albert R. Bottler and Harry Saltzman decided to do From Russell with Love to be the next Bond film. Now, Persecuting Senator, may he rest in peace, was his favourite novel, that being From Russell with Love. Again, like Dr. No, there was a lot of different elements compared to the book. But again, if you're going into it for action, car chases, explosions and all that, you're not going to get it. Because the first two Bond movies, like I said with Dr. No, were fillers. They were more fillers. They do have them coming out with one-liners, but it wasn't like over-the-top comedy like the days when it got to the later Bond or Sean Connery. I've been Diamonds I've been there for. And for the days of Roger Moore's era, it was more serious and more straightforward. Again, you got the well-known dumb barrel, the bloody mids, and then you just got Bond walking in the field, and then he gets strangled by a hitman called Chant. If you think seen this actor before, think of Quinn. That's right, the original Bum 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 Jaws. The actor who played Quinn played the assassin in this. May he rest in peace. Damn good actor. But this was a soccer. But back in the day, imagine being in 1963, before you ever knew there was ever going to be any other actor to play Bond, before you ever knew there was going to make a big success of them. You see Bond, as we all know, the baddie gets that famous Watts weapon, strangles Bond, you think Bond is dead, you're fucking in. And you find it's basically like Mission Impossible, to pull off the fake face, and you find it isn't fucking Bond. Hasn't been the first time they've surprised the audience where you think Bond is no longer with us. Look at You Only Live Twice. The scene where you think Bond was shot, and he wasn't. But I imagine back in '63, it was a what the fuck moment. It's not a bad one, but again, if you're going into it for action, you're going to be disappointed. But it's a straightforward thriller. Definitely stylish like Dr. No, and it's definitely thrilling. Once you find out that Bond isn't dead, you've got the day opening with the Durr doing the famous dance, sort of teasing the audience, but not that's be feeling. Different era. And again, down to the rating mild. But I love the way you've got the words teasing you, and you've got the music theme for Muscle of Love. People always think that the first song sang would have been Sodi Bassa. But if you know For Muscle of Love, the first ever singer to sing a theme song would have been Matt Monro. The opening, you've got the fucking theme tune, do 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 do. I'm not going to do the rest, I'm not going to do it justice. But at the end, you've got the theme tune from Russell with Love, and I'm not going to sing that because I'll butcher it. Matt Monro, may he rest in peace, sang a beautiful song, definitely souls, and it has a lot of art to it. You've got Bond going on a mission, and basically you've got a Durr going on a mission. This one is very predictable, and I think it is very, very predictable, and it's very in your face with the predictableness. It definitely was more serious and wasn't as comic book. Definitely got the idea of the Russians double dossing Bond. The Bond girl I didn't think was as interesting as Ursula Andress or the other Bond girls, but she definitely was interesting, and it was interesting to know she was dubbed. It ain't been the first time neither. That's right, she was fucking dubbed. Bond ends up being bed with her, and what he doesn't know is she thinks he's working for Mother Russell. She ain't. You gotta get this special suitcase as information. That reminds me of Your Eyes Owner, you know, the famous bots what could make World War III. Again, he's got to look for that. On the way, he gets baddies, and you got the assassin again trying to kill Bond, kind of choke him out, but Bond gets the better this time, and he chokes him out. I wouldn't have thought for his time, but an interesting one. Bond the doors gets the Durr, and you think Bond is going to get it. You think he's going to get fucking shot by the Russian woman called Mother Russell. However, Bond gets outsmarts her. She gets shot by the Bond Durr, and I do love the line, she has her kicks. Sean Connery again just gives a fucking brilliant fucking role. He just smashes it. And I do love the fact that Chew, that's right, let's hear Ryan, makes his first appearance as Chew. the man with the dad tits. And when you think about it, these in For Muscle and Love, I could be right, I could be wrong, with real dad tits, what the real Secret Service actually used, real dad tits, what they actually used in real life, because there are real secret agents out there. These were actual real dad tits. I do like the suitcase, kind of reminds me of one we got in Bernardo's, but hopefully it doesn't do what it does in the shop. He presses the sides, turns them, and if he does it the wrong way, it explodes Dash. That in many ways got Bond out of a dangerous situation. And as you look at that, I'm not sure whether Leslie Ryan, who played 2, and he also rest in peace, was only going to appear as 2 in that. Because he was such a well-known character, and he delivered such brilliant lines, they kept him as 2, to the others of Connery, to Moore, and as many other actors who has ever played Bond. Definitely is a good film, and the action scene has to be the famous boat chase scene. The boat chase scene isn't that spectacular, but it's still a pretty awesome scene. I love the way he outsmarts an air detector, and again he's got that dad it with the gun that can shoot. It's kind of sad though, because there's a guy in it who plays Bond's mate, the one who says, "These are my sons." Well, as a lot of people know when they research this, the poor guy was dying of cancer. He was dying of throat cancer, so nearly at the end they had to dub over his voice. And he actually took his own life because he knew he was riddled with cancer and it was a slow agonising death, so if he could fuck it, and he shot himself, which is kind of. And as I said, he took his own life because he knew he was going to die of cancer, so they had to work around his death and they had to die him off anyway. Whether he's going to be at the end was a different story, but they killed his character off. And in real life, before the film been made in theatrical release, as we all know, sadly to say, the actor died that played Bond's friend. Funny enough, 10 odd days later, in the late 80s, Licence to Kill, his son did actually appear in the Bond movie Licence to Kill. It's a sad little story, but it's an interesting one. Again, For Muscle and Love, it big records, became a big hit, and there's a version that I've got, and this is an interesting one because it's a very hard one you can get in the golden days of Walter Buffett's video. Now, in the ending of For Muscle and Love, look at cool art cover this. The ending of For Muscle and Love, you don't see Bond will be back with the well-known lines. And in the ending, you don't actually see Bond will be back being the next one, being Goldfinger. But in other versions, you do see that in the end. You get a Jake song by Matt Monro from Muscle and Love. And again, it was a big hit, and it made a big success, made money. And there were more Bond films on the way that made a big success for Bond. Again, it was a good action piece for Bond. If you're going in it for action, you're going to be disappointed. It was more of a straightforward filler, and the more they made, the more action-packed Bond movies went. So what can I give it? What can I give it? Why not? It's a classic, a 12-star rating. For Muscle with Love. Until then, see you later.